Oh well, the wait is over. After I was watching the Birmingham 2022 closing ceremony, where I was so heartwarmed about Australia taking the Commonwealth Games mantle from England, as a result of this, I've learned that the Commonwealth Games will revisit the roots to both the 1956 and 2006 Olympic and Commonwealth Games from Melbourne. But there's something very important for you and me to tackle. And it looks like I have one thing to tell you that we're gonna focus. One of your favorite video gaming icons is getting a live action movie. That's right. The 1980 arcade game of the same name, starring everyone's favorite small pinball yellow cladded character wearing orange gloves and red boots, is getting a live action movie. You know what that means? He's jumping the shark against modern day obscurity. Well, that was hilarious. This is how we're gonna tackle this new live action movie. As I noticed, Wayfarer Steels and Bandai Namco are teaming up to get involved in producing the upcoming Pac-Man live action movie in development. As I noticed, Pac-Man had a hard time trying to get a live action movie in the same vein to what most live action movies had throughout the past. For the past, 42 years, is there a light in the darkness that Pac-Man will overcome? Well, I don't know what happened to Pac-Man. The last time we see Pac-Man is that ever since Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures was cut short, for obvious reasons, what happened to him? I know there's only one translated example of what happened to Pac-Man. According to Torch the Franchise and Run, I have found something very interesting. When Pac-Man the Ghostly Adventures ended with new character Elliptica telling Pac about his big hints of where his parents would be still alive, but the franchise was rebooted back to its original roots of the classic designs and universe due to negative reception of the reboot. But Pac's quest to find his parents was remained to be a mystery. However, that mystery is broken after 7 years drought of obscurity. And now, we notice that Lightbeam's Chuck Williams and Tim Kwok, as well as Justin Baldoni, Manu Gagi, and Andrew Garloff and Tracy Ryerson are involved in it. Although, the last time we had Pac-Man, 40 years ago back in 1992, is that he had a Hanna-Barbera cartoon as well. And to celebrate 1999's Pac-Man World remake titled Pac-Man Repack 2022, I know this year feels like 1999 all over again. So, I noticed there's something interesting about Sonic the Hedgehog. It did pave the way for producing a new idea of making live-action animated movie hybrids look so good. According to Word of God, the first live-action animated movie, in my opinion, was actually 1933's King Kong. Well, some people think it's Snow White or Toy Story, but in reality, it's always been King Kong. But the craziest trend inspired by Roger Rabbit would be Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse that I saw like 2 months ago, and it was awesome. In an attempt to create the idea of creating a Pac-Verse, how can the live-action Pac-Man movie follow the same trend to what Spider-Verse was doing? I know Spider-Verse paved the way for creating a new art style that would be inspired by the moment you combine this concept. Everyone thought hand-painted cells was dead. I know. What was the last time they used hand-painted cells? I know the last animated series that used hand-painted cells. Let me guess. What was the last one? So the last to use hand-painted cells. Oh, wait for it. Now, I noticed the last anime that used hand-painted cells was, say, Saze-san. But that was the Japanese animation. But the last Western animated series, in my opinion, that used hand-painted cells was... Let me guess. No, not that one. Well, I said TV. Oh, there it is. Let me guess. Did I forgot my memories? It says cartoon show. The last cartoon show to use hand-painted cells. Oh, I get it. I'm guessing that the last Disney animated movies... Actually, the final 3 animated movies that used cell animation were Oliver and Company, The Princess and the Frog, and Winnie the Pooh. Interesting. But, well, I've learned that the last major animated series to use traditional animation techniques was Ed, Edd n Eddy. Well, for the first 4 seasons, it used cell animation before moving to digital ink and paint. Although SpongeBob SquarePants' episode, the final episode, season 1, was originally called Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, as I learned something that felt off. I've learned that Mermaid Man and Barnacle... Let me guess. So let me guess. Another example. Let me guess. Oh, another example is that Mermaid Man and Bug Boy 2 was the final SpongeBob episode to use traditional cell animation, but from the second season onwards, it used digital ink and paint. So I'm guessing that it was also the last Nickelodeon Nicktoon to use hand-painted cells. That's strange. But I'm guessing the first animated movie that probably used 2D animation was Spider-Verse. And now everyone's making 2D styled animated movies and TV shows. Yeah, we've seen loads of them like in the past, like Claws, Luca, and Bad Guys. They've all done that trend. So, and I wonder what we're going to do to Pac-Man. I know it's going to be difficult. But, you know what they say? I know there's something interesting about what we can think of. I know from this article on, we know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is also involved in having a first female playable character and add new cities over time for GTA 6. That sounds like breaking old trends to me. In the same vein to Spider-Verse, it will be like only a matter of time to think of. Yeah. And you know what they say? I learned there's something interesting. You know what I'm going to tell you? To top it off, I'm going to say probably just goodbye to you all now. I've waited too long to say goodbye, but I'm going to say goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye!